Good morning. Second attempt because our camera fell over. We are the SmackTalkingAmigos. How are you today? Please find us at
WWE Amigos and at WWE Amigos on Instagram and hashtag us in anything, please.
as SmackTalkingAmigos or at
STA.
STA, hashtag STA. Hope you guys are good. We missed out, didn't we, a few weeks?
We have missed out a few weeks because someone didn't put them online.
That was me. That wasn't Kian over here. That was me.
You had the stupidity award and you receive it again. So
I got on the list probably 3 or 4 times.
yeah.
I don't want to talk for too long about it because we seem to be quite a bit past it now. We're practically at Elimination Chamber.
Yes, we are.
But let's just have a quick run through of your favourite bits of the Royal Rumble, what you thought of the winner. Just sort of give me an idea.
I think we all knew that John Cena was going to get his 16th world title. That was match of the night for me, I think. But Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens lived up. All the smack that I've given him over the last few weeks,
And
he deserves credit because he did put on one hell of a match.
I thought both of the matches were great. I think that the John Cena AJ match will go down as one of the best matches in Rumble history, really. It was fantastic.
They're so confident and calm with each other in the ring. And it shows with the amount of spots Cena let Styles do 2 Styles clashes.
Well, not only that, not only does Cena let Styles do shots to him, but Styles trusts John Cena enough.
Yeah.
I can't think of a feud for AJ Styles, and I've watched him, feud with Samoa Joe and CM Punk, and other wrestlers throughout TNA, Ring of Honor and New Japan.
Yeah.
And I can't think of another feud that he's looked better in.
No, in terms of feuds, no. Trust-wise, I would probably say him and Shinsuke Nakamura are on a par. But feud-wise, no, there's no better feud. This will always be a feud. No matter how many times WWE want to revisit this feud, will never get old like the Cena and Orton.
And the pinnacle of a feud in WWE, I think, is one that doesn't get old. Like Cena Orton. We have to talk about the winner of the Royal Rumble, Randy Orton. But first, before we do, the Royal Rumble match itself.
It lived for the first time in 3 years. You didn't know who the winner was going to be
Throughout the match.
But I must admit, until number 30 came out.
Yeah. Although when we heard Roman Reigns' music come on.
And when we heard Roman Reigns' music come on, I thought, God, he's going headline WrestleMania for a 3rd year straight.
Well, you know me, and I was unfortunately not the happiest when I heard Reigns' music.
I wasn't the happiest because number 30 should be a surprise entrance. Either Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, obviously debuted the night after, Triple H or whoever to come out at number 30. I would have preferred AJ Styles to come out at 30.
Anyone to come out at 30. I think that Roman had his shot that night. I think he will have a shot at WrestleMania anyway in a huge match. And they wait. You know what? It was a waste on number 30. It was also a waste on Roman Reigns because earlier on in the night he put on a match where fans were cheering for him because he put on such a good match.
But I've said to you, there's a point. No matter what Roman Reigns achieves, he can achieve 18 world titles now. He can achieve multiple Royal Rumbles, Money in the Bank, Slammy Awards, whatever the hell he wants. He will always be remembered for the guy who eliminated The Undertaker.
In the Royal Rumble match that The Undertaker should have won. He was my pick for the Royal Rumble match.
So WWE, I think, screwed up massively there. And I thought that was potentially a heel change. But over the last 2 weeks, and we'll get onto it, Roman Reigns hasn't transitioned into a heel.
He hasn't transitioned at all, and he's continued this feud with Braun, who looked brilliant in the Royal Rumble. Okay, wrestlers I thought looked brilliant. I thought Braun looked brilliant. I thought that Baron Corbin looked brilliant, eliminating Braun. I thought Goldberg looked mighty impressive. The wrestler I didn't think looked impressive was Brock. I mean, I know they had to continue the feud with him and Goldberg, right? And I know they've already made the match for WrestleMania.
Well, I think there's a way of continuing a feud, and getting a wrestler squashed isn't a way of continuing the feud.
And that's what they're doing with Brock. I can't understand it because they spent so long building this guy up as the wrestler.
Yeah. But we obviously know now it's set in stone. Goldberg, Lesnar at Mania, probably most probable for the title.
Providing Goldberg wins, is it a fast lane before WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Fast lane. We will go on to that. And let's go on to that now. So, by the way, just before we do, the winner of the Royal Rumble.
The winner of the Royal Rumble, I have to admit, on Sunday night as I went to bed, I thought, do you know who stands a good chance of winning?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. And Randy Orton looked impressive.
Randall Orton, as I like to call him, was probably the winner that you would have thought was most likely because you had the Wyatts in it. Now, I know we saw the turn of Luke Harper.
Yeah.
But when you've got Bray there, if Bray isn't going to win it,
Randy has to. But when it got down to Roman and Randy, I had to admit that I thought, oh my God, it's going. Big deja vu again.
Imagine what I was like.
But great effort by Chris Jericho. 62 minutes he lasted. From
on the outside.
Yeah.
Do you know, I watched it with my girlfriend, and she was saying, "Who is that sitting on the outside, the whole ring?" And I said, "It's Chris Jericho." And she said, "How is he getting away with that?" I said,
"He didn't
it's
go
Chris
over the
Jericho.
top rope.
It's Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Allowed to do it."
And let's face it, if he got eliminated, he'd put everyone on the list.
Exactly.
But on to Raw the night after now. So we know that Randy Orton has punched his way to the main event of WrestleMania and probably the WWE title.
Yeah, we have to jump forward a couple of Raws because we saw the Raw this week as well. My own fault, of course.
Yep.
But let's just jump forward a couple of weeks. We saw that Randy Orton is going to be facing the WWE title in SmackDown, and on Raw we see a bit of progression in the title scene where Kevin Owens comes out with Chris Jericho, and out comes Bill Goldberg.
Yeah. And he did a mighty impressive thing. He put himself on the list.
Yeah. I think, I mean, there isn't many wrestlers that aren't on the list at the moment. The Super Bowl's on the list.
Yeah, I imagine Kevin Owens is on the list.
Kevin Owens is going to be on the list, 100%.
Tom Brady is on the list.
Tom Brady's on the list. Stephanie McMahon's on the list twice. Mick Foley's on the list 3 times.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if his kids are on the list.
No. But Goldberg comes up. I want to speak to you about Goldberg's mic work.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. I understand it's nostalgic. I understand why he's speaking the way that he does. I like watching Goldberg in the ring. But when you've watched mic work the past 15 years of CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, AJ Styles, he's not believable.
And you probably name 4 of the top 5 mic workers in the WWE. Bill Goldberg, what can I say about him? Growing up, I learned about the myth of Goldberg, and then it came to fruition late last year. Goldberg's mic skills don't have to be top notch because it is nostalgic, as you said. He's coming back on memories, and WWE are remembering for memories. What he's done to Brock Lesnar in 2 matches is made everyone look weak.
And it impresses, and it brings his legend status up.
And it brings his legend and his myth status.
Now, if he walks through Kevin Owens at Fastlane, I mean walks through him and destroys him, what does that do for Goldberg? And what does that do for Kevin Owens? Because for me, it then cheapens Kevin Owens as the longest reigning Universal Champion, which is coming up, I think, to about 8 months. I would have to say somewhere around that. When was it, August?
6.5. But to be fair,
that's very impressive for a champion, for a world champion.
To be fair, the night he won it all, he only needed to hang on to it for a day to become the longest reigning champion.
Yeah. But he has decided to make that his legacy.
Does it cheapen Kevin Owens? No.
Because he's losing to a legend.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg, what does it do? It just heightens his legacy even more, his iconic figure even more. And obviously he's going to be putting Brock over at Mania.
Yeah, I think we need to see Brock over at WrestleMania. I think we need to see Brock over hardcore at WrestleMania as well. I think Brock destroys Goldberg the same way Goldberg's been destroying Brock.
I don't want to see it in like a minute and 30 seconds. I'd like to see it methodical. like he did to The Undertaker back at WrestleMania 30.
Or how he did to Cena in their first match. Suplex City after Suplex City after Suplex City.
Suplex City, bitch.
Suplex City, bitch.
But with these feuds coming up now, my dream match, one of my dream matches, and I've mentioned to you, is coming more and more into the picture, and that is Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe for the title.
Yeah, with Samoa Joe, who debuted this week, debuted last week, but defeating Roman Reigns in his first match this week.
Not many people defeat Roman Reigns.
Full stop. And Samoa Joe did it alright, albeit it wasn't clean because of Braun.
Yeah, but Samoa Joe, obviously, the architect was banned from the Royal Rumble. He called out the game came out, and as we all know, the game has a plan B, always has a plan B.
And that's one hell of a plan B.
It is one hell of a plan B, but I have to say, give my deepest sympathy to Seth Rollins, who is touch and go on missing the second WrestleMania.
I think we see him at WrestleMania.
Early indications are that he'd be back a week or two before Mania.
Do they risk him?
I think they have to risk him, because I think without him versus H, the card is depleted. But do they have enough time to work it up on the mic, to work up a feud?
I mean, Seth can be on the mic without, on crutches. We've seen him do it before. Seth needs this feud. He needs to go away because he hasn't had quite the fire since he's come back.
No.
Not that he's not been wrestling as well, he's just not had his fire.
No, and I think the persona of him and the gimmick of him slaying the king to take the crown
will bring that fire back up.
Obviously, one of my main talking points over the last year to you has been the reuniting of the Shield.
And I don't think we're going to see it this year.
And we're not going to see it at WrestleMania because...
Have you been crying at night about that? Because I know you've been talking about every day for the past 2 years.
But even though two members of the Shield don't currently have plans at the moment for WrestleMania.
Well, we think we've been speaking about Reigns possibly feuding with Braun for WrestleMania. I think that they can do better with those two. I think they should fight a Fastlane for what it's worth. And I think they can do better with them. Even if they stick him in a tag team match for WrestleMania, I could just see a bit more about it happening in WrestleMania. I don't see just a one-on-one match. Maybe a cage match between the both of them. I mean, that would be huge.
Yeah, but we'll go on to Dean Ambrose in a minute.
So, Braun this week squashes 4 local competitors, goes to the back, says, Foley, I want some proper competition. He says, okay.
And there is no more than the big dog.
You get Mr. Reigns at Fastlane.
And he dismantled him in the main event.
Yeah, absolutely dismantled him. And the thing that's the most impressive for me about Braun, and we said this a number of times on the show since he's first been coming in. Do you remember we spoke 16 weeks ago about saying, what are they going to do with this guy? His speed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Braun Strowman, there are 2 stars at the moment I think WWE are pushing massively, and that is Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin of SmackDown.
And they both look great.
Let's go on to the women's division. Bayley has another title shot next week. Does she win?
Bayley's got another title shot next week. I think Charlotte has to hold the title till WrestleMania, but Charlotte doesn't win on house shows. On Raw.
No. I think Bayley has to wait till WrestleMania, and I think that has to be either a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way match. And she has a big crowning moment at WrestleMania.
Well, they're building up Nia as a beast, which she is. She's a different animal when it comes to women's wrestling. And they built her up very well as well. At the same time as building up Braun, they built up Nia Jax. So I would love to see the 4, including Sasha Banks, at WrestleMania. My idea would be for Becky Lynch being that instead of Nia Jax.
Yeah.
But to see Sasha,
4 horsewomen,
Charlotte, Bayley, and Nia, who've all come up through together.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, and the women's revolution, the women's division is phenomenal at the moment. Going back to the Royal Rumble, there's no better women's wrestler in the game at the moment than Charlotte Flair. She is phenomenal. She is the absolute A-lister of athletes.
I think of athletes throughout the company. I don't think they have a heel like her throughout the company. Maybe The Miz.
Maybe.
has that sort of persona, but she is a real heel, and we like to see that. She's following in her father's footsteps 100%.
Yes, she is, and she's phenomenal.
I think the sky's the limit for her as well.
It is. Could you potentially see her do what China did all them years ago and potentially go into the men's division? And I reckon she could give a lot of men a good
beating.
Yeah.
I mean, James Ellsworth versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
He won a great match.
Yeah.
Last thing to talk about on Raw, the tag team division.
Yes.
And let me say, Gallows and Anderson, I'm impressed. I'll hold my hands up.
Gallows and Anderson have been looking impressive for the last few weeks. We didn't think that they would win the tag team titles, but
neither of us.
They did. I have some issues with that because, by my recollection, Sheamus knocked out the England ref, so they should have been disqualified now.
Yeah, but remember they did win from a handful of tights the week before. Sheamus.
Yeah, but Carl Anderson did this week as well. They don't the Royal Rumble as well.
Here's the thing. I love Sheamus and Cesaro. Keep them together. They're a brilliant tag team. They're coming up as wrestlers, being a tag team.
They're coming up as wrestlers, but I'd like to see Cesaro maybe turn, because I've said this for years now. I think he deserves a title win.
People don't expect him to turn either. They expect Sheamus to turn. And from all intents and purposes, Sheamus has been getting cheered big time because he's with Cesaro, and the fans are coming round to Sheamus. But Anderson and Gallows, they hold it, and I would say at WrestleMania, I would love to see the New Day back in the title picture for WrestleMania. I think they will be.
Yeah, they will be. But on to SmackDown now.
Dramatic
The champ is here.
Champ's here. We've seen the lineup for WrestleMania. For the Elimination Chamber with Baron Corbin,
Bray
Wyatt, The Miz.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose, John Cena.
And Baron Corbin, The Miz. Oh, AJ Styles.
Yeah, AJ. The phenomenal AJ Styles. How can we miss him?
What a match that's going to be.
What a match it's going to be, and he's going to lose it.
John Cena. I could see him losing it to Bray because I think they want to do Bray and Randy.
Even though I'd love to see Cena versus Orton again, because that is one endless feud. Like AJ, Cena.
I think Cena needs a. I don't want to say a bigger feud because I don't think there's a bigger feud than Cena Orton as that generation.
Yeah.
But I think Cena needs Taker at WrestleMania. He needs Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. Cena needs to be elevated to the next level to pull up the card.
Yes.
Especially if Seth's going to be out.
Yes. But the rumours are that at the moment that it's going to be an intergender tag match. Him and Nikki versus Maurice and The Miz at Mania.
Wow.
Yeah. What a way to put John Cena now. No offence to Nikki Bella, but I'd rather see The Miz versus John Cena.
Well, the match that I want to see, I'll be calling for WrestleMania, and we saw a little bit more progression was Daniel Bryan coming out this week, and then The Miz coming out.
And just touching a sour note, saying it was a year to the day that Daniel Bryan retired.
Can you believe it's only a year? It's only been a year. It feels like it's been a lot longer than that, especially with the wrestlers we've seen coming through. And, you know, with the wrestlers that are coming through, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, we would have loved to have seen those feuds against Daniel Bryan, more so than the wrestlers that were fighting when he was champ or when he was wrestling. So still sort of touching on that. I think they're touching on it just in case Bryan gets better. I can't see him back for WrestleMania.
As terms to WrestleMania, I think SmackDown have more matches locked in at the moment than Raw do. Like I've said many weeks ago, Raw, I think, are purposely keeping open storylines because
just in case
if you go back to last year or the year before, they had astronomical injuries. Cena was out last year, Orton was out, Rollins was out. It fell on Roman Reigns to pull in the show, and Triple H. And no matter how good Triple H did, he couldn't
salvage it.
No.
Couldn't salvage it. We also haven't seen from The Undertaker what he's going to do at WrestleMania, or if he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania. For me, he looked tired at the Royal Rumble.
He looked tired at the Royal Rumble, and I saw a article on Rock Culture saying that his hip surgery didn't actually heal in time, so that's why he wasn't taking many spots.
Right.
He just took one spear off Goldberg and over the top rope by Reigns, and I think that will be a feud at Mania, Reigns versus Undertaker.
I'd like to see Reigns Taker. So that
because Roman Reigns is calling it his backyard now.
Yeah, we've heard, and it sort of is. How many has he won in a row in WrestleMania?
Who?
Reigns.
Reigns.
3?
One.
1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he didn't win the year before. You're right. 1 in a row. Mr. Reigns, and you're calling it your backyard.
Yeah.
It's like me calling the gym my backyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But going back on to SmackDown,
SmackDown.
which we haven't spoken about, we had the
Fair four.
Fair to 4-way. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was confusing with tag team on Fair to 4-way, which we saw
Nice.
Baron Corbin pick up the victory on.
Yes, Baron Corbin is an impressive athlete. Since his debut in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal last year, he has just elevated. He is the surprise package for me in the Elimination Chamber this Sunday.
Not only that, the surprise package that we've seen in WWE the past
Yeah.
year, because lots of people didn't expect him to do that, and he's getting over with the fans. He doesn't seem to give a damn about anybody.
I expect Corbin Ambrose feud in the future.
Yeah, and it would
Possibly
be nice
going
to see.
into Mania.
Be nice to see. That match was brilliant. We saw the Tower of Doom where you saw Corbin take a power bomb
Yeah.
off the 3 other wrestlers when they were up for a double suplex off the
Yeah.
top rope. What a match it was.
Yes.
The other match that we saw was Randy Orton, John Cena,
Yeah.
and this is what made me think they're not going to do it for WrestleMania, because they gave it away on SmackDown. Although last year before WrestleMania, they seemed to give all the WrestleMania matches away the week before.
Yes. But it's just a tireless, endless. We actually saw Luke Harper get over his. I don't know what you can call it. That Bray Wyatt has over him.
Possession.
Yeah. To just deliver a clothesline from hell.
Yeah.
One that JBL would be proud of.
Yeah, it's one hell of a close on. I just hope he gets over on his own Harper.
I think he is, because I think now he's turned on the Wyatts. I think, and he's a phenomenal one-on-one superstar.
Listen. I back Wyatt to get a. I back. Who am I talking about? My head. See, this is what you were like the other week. I back Harper to get over way more than I would back Rowan to get over.
Yes. And you could potentially see a right 3-way at Mania
Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be nice to see as well.
for the title. But going back onto a few matches for WrestleMania, they are talking about it, and it's near enough set in stone. It's about 80% true. Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles.
They need to build it up a bit more. We haven't seen Shane on SmackDown this week.
Maybe.
Do we see it? I mean, listen. I put AJ, as we say, AJ is our wrestler of the year.
Yeah.
I'd put him up against anyone, and Shane will give him a great match, no doubt.
Yeah. If not Shane, who then?
Fights AJ.
Yeah. Do you put the IC title in for another ladder match?
I would like to see if Ambrose doesn't have anything to do. I like Ambrose AJ. I think they come up against well together. I think if both of them have nothing to do at WrestleMania, put them against each other. For me, I would love to see AJ win the Elimination Chamber, because I think an AJ Orton match at WrestleMania with Wyatt on the side would be great. But then a lot of me thinks, is it Wyatt's time at WrestleMania to shine finally? Because we've discussed it for another week. How come we see Wyatt as this main event star when he's only ever won one title, and it was a tag team title that he held for 3 weeks with Randy
There are
Orton?
very few superstars that can main event for 4 years like Bray Wyatt has done without winning a major title.
And he doesn't look like he's been buried, ever. Even when he lost to Undertaker, when he's lost to John Cena, when he's lost to Punk, when he's lost to, it never looks like he's been buried.
Talking about being buried, I called for it 2 weeks ago, but the Vaudevillains finally picked up a victory.
Finally.
Let's give them a tag title shot.
I would like to see that. I think that they're going to go for a tornado-style tag team match, which would be great. I mean, again, SmackDown have such a plethora of stars who aren't huge stars. That is really cool to see all these wrestlers fighting. And I heard Daniel Bryan talk about on Talking Smack, saying that the difference with us and Raw is that every division is strong.
Yeah.
The women's division this week, we saw the continuation of Nikki and Natalia.
Yeah.
Naomi's back and fighting for Alexa's title, and Nikki is fighting against Becky.
Yeah.
And that's 3 solid feuds in the women's division.
Yeah. 3 solid feuds, and where a couple of weeks ago I thought they're putting 6 of the main superstars into a chamber. They've got to fill up 2 hours, 2 and 15 minutes, and I think they've filled it up brilliantly.
They have. The only person we haven't seen is James Ellsworth.
Yes, it's James Ellsworth,
God.
and thank God. But I did like him coming out and
King dismantled it
yeah.
at Royal Rumble. Like,
Dean Ambrose going, we'll go in on 3 and take him down. 1,
I
2,
thought
3.
Goldberg was going to throw him out of the arena.
Yeah.
Guys, we are at the WWE Amigos. Predictions, very quickly.
I should really strip you of that title.
Go on then, you can take it.
No. Okay. I will win it fair and square. But can I give a big mention out to Enzo Mori, the poor SLB?
You would have liked to have been him.
I don't think he's come down from he's beaten by Brock.
No, I don't either. You just knew when he went out, you just thought, oh, Enzo, what have you done? What have you done? Skipping to the ring.
Dancing in front of Brock as well.
Let's go very quickly. Tag team titles. If we're going to say it's a tornado match, which we assume it is, I'm going for the Alpha to retain.
Alpha to retain until Mania.
Okay.
Nikki versus Natalia. I'm going with Nikki.
Yeah, I'll take Nikki. I think she needs to get some rub back. Naomi versus Alexa. I think it'll be a great match, but I think Alexa retains.
Yeah, Alexa retains for me. Becky versus Mickey.
I think Mickey needs it. So I'm going to go Mickey.
I'm going to go with my Irish last kicker. I'm going to go Becky.
You always go with Becky. You just that's why you lose this title every time.
She has to pay off one time.
One title.
So we've got
the Elimination Chamber.
Dolph Ziggler versus Apollo Crews and Kalisto.
I hope
don't really care.
I hope Dolph wins it. I hope he wins it, and I hope they give him a decent feud.
I'm going with Dolph, yeah.
I hope he super kicks both of them. Did you hear him get cheered when he was smashing with the chairs this week?
Yeah.
Poor Apollo Crews.
Is there any more matches apart from the Elimination
Chamber?
No,
Chamber.
Elimination Chamber, it's going to be huge. But I can see it that very much, I don't know whether it was 2009 or 2010, John Cena got eliminated first by Edge because he took a spear, code breaker and a 619, got eliminated early. So I think he does that again.
I think he probably does that again. I think that we see at some point all 6 in the ring together. I don't think anyone's going to get eliminated too early. I think we'll see them all in the ring together.
It will come down to Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt.
And who do you think?
What match do I want to see more at Mania? I am going with Bray Wyatt. It's his time to shine.
I'm going with the man who I think's had the best year last year, and I want to see him win back his title, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And I think it'll probably be AJ Bray. AJ Bray is the last 2.
Yes, Bray will definitely be in the last 2, but I think it's Bray's time to shine, and I've been calling for it. Him versus Orton at Mania will be awesome. Orton to turn on him the Tuesday after. But even more, Orton versus Harper. How could we forget about it?
Orton versus Harper. I think Harper gets the win. Don't see why not. I know he's on his way to WrestleMania. Doesn't make any difference to Randy. It gives Harper a bit of rub. It's good.
Harper to get the win, just so he can play on it when Bray gets the title for a triple threat match.
Oh yeah, that'd be. I mean, if we could see a triple threat match for WrestleMania, you're laughing. Guys, we're at WWE Amigos on Twitter and on Instagram. You do more on Instagram.
Yeah.
We're going to post up 2 videos today. One is our pre-WrestleMania Royal Rumble, and then we got this one.
And we've both got our predictions, review of the Royal Rumble.
You're likely to probably not watch our pre-Royal Rumble review, but it was very good.
Yes, it was.
I think it was probably one of our best shows, so go back and watch that. At WWE Amigos, please hashtag SmackTalkingAmigos or hashtag
STI.
Good. Or hashtag Owens versus Davidson.
I'm still gunning for that fight at
He's going for
WrestleMania.
that fight at WrestleMania. Guys, have a nice day. Peace.